What's up, YouTube? It's been forever since I did a cycling video, but I'm doing this video because I got a email from Trek saying congratulations on 1 year since you bought your bicycle. So it's been a year since I got into the cycling hobby, cycling journey, fitness journey, and I just wanted to maybe spend 10 to 12 minutes. I'm going to try to keep the video short like that and just kind of talk about how it's been the last year owning these two bicycles and just the overall hobby itself of cycling. Yeah, I got into it after researching last summer, and I think I bought my first bike in August 2024. I went through like 3 or 4 bikes before I decided on my first bike. My first true bike, which was this one right here, the Trek Madone SLR7 Generation 8. So it's the newest one in the team colors. And then, I got into it more and more and eventually ended up getting the Specialized SL8 Pro. Then I upgraded the frame to the S-Works frame. And I have all those videos that you guys have been watching. But first and foremost, thank you for all the support. By far, out of all the stuff I do on YouTube, by the way, I'm not a professional YouTuber or anything like that. I do it as a hobby, and I love the community and the feedback. But by far, the cycling videos are the most popular, followed by my toys and hobbies and WWE belts. Motorcycles, not so much. Fitness, not so much. But by far, the cycling. So thank you to all the subscribers and all the supporters, and for everyone watching the videos. I got over 500 subscribers now, and that's amazing, and that's crazy. I never thought I'd even get 10. So thank you for that. Yeah, I'm going to talk about 4 things. I'm going to try to stay on schedule. I got a little ghetto-fied notebook here. I'm going to talk about lifestyle and fitness, type of bike, budget, and goals. So yeah, 47 years old, lifestyle and fitness. I'm retired from the Navy, was in the Navy for almost 21 years. Fitness has always been part of my life. Right now I'm dressed like this because I just got done doing legs. And yeah, I wanted an alternative for cardiovascular workouts. I was doing a lot of cardio walking and treadmill walking. I used to do a lot of running, but my joints are bad. But cardio is good for the heart, and it's good to maintain fitness like that. So I decided on a fitness bike, and I think it was the Trek FX2. Spent some time and I bought that, but then I traded it in. So yeah, I got some different type of bikes, and we don't need to really talk about that now. But cycling overall I think it's the best cardio and muscular endurance workout that you could do combined. When I started getting into it last summer, August, September, October-ish, I was addicted. I was hooked. I was riding maybe 3 or 4 times a week. At first, I would go like 15 to 20 miles, and I had zero endurance. I had no muscular endurance for cycling. I didn't know how to pace myself. I didn't know how to get a good rhythm, a good pedal cadence. I didn't know any of that. So I was learning and figuring those things out on my own. I live in Santa Clarita. It's a very, very nice city. About 50 or 60 miles of bike trails, maybe even more. But I tend to stay on the bike trails, and I don't really like riding on the road with traffic. But yeah, I was hooked and eventually made it part of my fitness routine. Doing it every single weekend. I would skip leg day and cycle every Saturday and Sunday. I have a busy schedule at work, so I don't really have time to do it during the week. But yeah, it's good. I lost like 10, 15 pounds, and I was lean. And we'll talk about that a little bit more because I was doing it so much, and just the cardio and the muscular and the endurance and just all the calories I was burning. But yeah, I was hooked. So yeah, it's great. It's a great alternative for cardio fitness. Not so much for weight training. I still do that on the side. Well, weight training is my main focus. I do that 3 or 4 times a week, and I do cycling on the side. But last summer into the fall, into the winter, cycling, I think it was dominating most of my fitness. But yeah, I was hooked, and I think you'll get hooked too. But yeah, by far, it's the best cardio that I've ever done. Type of bike. All right. I think in October I'll do a 1 year review on my Madone, and then December I'll do a 1 year review on my S-Works here, S-Works frame. So this is not the type of video where I'm going to talk about specifics of the bike, but yeah, I wanted an endurance bike. So I tried some out. The first endurance bike I got was the Damani, the Trek Damani, and there was problems with the ISO speed or ISO flow. I don't know. I forget which one. It's been so long, but the seat, it wasn't staying in place. It just kept clicking, and you could hear this weird noise. So they had to warranty the frame, and I was gonna get this newer Damani, but then I started seeing videos for the new Madone. So I test rode some, and I changed my mind, and I ended up getting the Madone. So I changed my mind from an endurance bike to an aero bike, but I was like, you know what? I can make the aero bike into an endurance bike by getting bigger tires. So that's what I did. I ride 32 millimeter tires on both. I think stock they come with 26s or 28s, but I want to be a little bit more comfortable. I don't really care about going super fast. So an aero bike with bigger tires, yeah, I kind of turned it into an endurance bike, especially with the S-Works. I got some endurance tires. On the Madone, I got some race tires, but yeah, it depends on what kind of bike you want. You can get an endurance bike, like the Damani or the Roubaix on the Specialized side. You can get a gravel bike if you're gonna ride more on the dirt and the trails. I think they come with bigger tires, up to 35, 36, 38s. Yeah, or you can get both. Or you can get a true aero bike and just go fast and just get bigger tires. So depends on what you want to do. The good thing about the bike shops, I'm only going to speak on Trek and Specialized. They're the two most popular bike shops here in Santa Clarita. They let you test ride their bikes, and Trek has a nice trail in the back of their shop. And meanwhile, Specialized, you ride it around the parking lot and the side street. So yeah, it's pretty good, but test it out, get the right size, get the right feel, and really decide what type of riding that you want to do. Budget. These bikes are expensive. You're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, and if you don't need a carbon fiber frame, you can go aluminum. You don't need mechanical, or you don't need electronic group sets for shifting. You can do the mechanical with the cables. Test it out. It's really up to you, but be prepared to spend at least $2,000 or $3,000 on mechanical shifting and aluminum frames, maybe less, and then really higher prices. I'm not going to talk about that. To each their own, but higher prices for the carbon frames and the electronic group sets. Yeah, but just remember, you're investing in your life and in your fitness, and it's something that you're going to do. I am not a dentist. I'm not a lawyer. I'm retired Navy, and I'm in the radiology field. So, but I am into fitness. That's why I decided on investing on both of these bicycles. Yeah, it's really expensive, but I am retired military, so Trek has a 10% discount, and Specialized has the pro member discount up to 20 to 30%. So I use that to get this frame. So take advantage of that if you're a healthcare worker, a teacher, an educator. Yeah, just look into that. And then last, goals. My goals have changed. I've started doing a lot more content on the cycling. I have the bike set up now for 360 videos, cameras from the front. I do my chest mount, cameras in the rear. Yeah, I blinged out the bikes a little bit, but my number one goal is fitness. The community. I don't do a lot of group rides because I don't feel I'm good enough to keep pace, or I don't want to slow anyone down. And I kind of don't like all the yelling and the commands and the cadence. I don't know, maybe it's the military trauma from boot camp and getting yelled at all the time, but I know it's for safety purposes and things like that. But yeah, maybe PTSD from that. But I like to ride solo and go at my own pace and go at my own rhythm, and just I don't want to hold anyone up. But I have a lot of friends, Eric, Luck, Ulrich, and uh, yeah, just a lot of friends in the community, and I like to watch their social media and talk to them whenever I can. But maybe I'm not stuck up. Okay, I'm just I just don't feel like I'm a natural introvert also. So yeah, I like to ride solo. Plus, I don't like waking up too early. That's precious time for sleep. I like to do my riding closer to 11 in the morning, noon. Yeah, everyone else is waking up like at 7 or 8 in the morning, but that's sleeping time. But my number one goal is fitness, and then content to share with the community, and then just having fun. So yeah, 47 years old, got into this hobby late. It's part of my fitness journey now, and I'm just having a whole bunch of fun with it. So yeah, it's really fun. Side notes. Uh, Clipless pedals, make sure you get into that. I had one of my old sailors message me last night on Facebook. He was like, hey, are you still cycling? I just got into it 2 weeks ago. He told me he hasn't learned the clipless pedals yet, but yeah, that's really important. Make sure you have the right gear, cycling shorts, and things like that. And I haven't ridden in a while, probably 5 or 6 weeks. The last time I rode, it was really, really bad. It was like 96 degrees, and I rode past noon into 2 or 3 p.m. and I did I almost did a 40 miler. I want to say 30 or 40 miles, and I started getting heat cramps. I was dehydrated. I went through my water bottles. I had to stop by the gas station and get some more Gatorade. I just lost a lot of fluid, and I just went into extreme heat exhaustion, almost heat stroke and muscle cramping. I couldn't make it back home. I had to walk the bike, and then right when I got home, I cramped so bad. It was the pain was excruciating. I almost had to call the ambulance. No joke. I'm being real serious, and I just wasn't hydrated enough, and it was just way too hot. So I don't really like cycling right now because it's almost 100 degrees every day in the valley. I'm gonna wait till it cools down a little bit and then do more cycling then. But lesson learned: either wake up earlier, ride when it's cooler, or just wait till it's wintertime, or when the weather is cooler. But yeah, got into it. Love cycling. Love the community. Love the two bikes. Uh, Wait for the video for the 1 year review in I think October for the Trek Madone. I'll go into full detail, and then December I'll do the 1 year review on the S Works. But thanks for all the support and for following along and taking this journey with me. Hit me up with questions, or message me on my Facebook or Instagram on the side if you have other questions. But yeah, everyone have a great weekend, and thanks for watching the video.